Hey y'all, welcome. I'm just writing down the signs so I could do my timestamps and my little notes and stuff. I've been taking notes in between because I just like to remember what the theme of the reading was. So today, since we went in the regular order, we're gonna go backwards today. So we're gonna start with Pisces. So if y'all don't know the order of the zodiac, of course, if you're watching the playback, it's going to be time stamped anyway. But we're going Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Taurus, and Aries. All right, so welcome. Good morning. It's super early, so we are going to what was I gonna say? Oh, I'm on YouTube, Kick, and the WAP app or site. Hold on, y'all. Let me put this phone on do not disturb. All right, there we go. Because I know as soon as I start doing this, somebody will want to talk. So I'll put the phone on do not disturb. Let me do the computer too in case they FaceTime or something. Okay. Still coughing a little bit. It's like I guess a sinus infection or something, but okay, so we're gonna go backwards in the zodiac today. I'm on all the platforms. If you guys want personal reading, y'all could do the monthly subscription on my WAP. It's linked below. Of course, you do not have to keep the monthly subscription after y'all. Oh yes, I need to go back to the gym too, girl. But if y'all don't want to keep this subscription past the time that you have your reading, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to keep it. You can just like pay the subscription so that you can get your reading and then you can cancel it. But yeah, that is just the best way so I can avoid all the scammers that I used to have. That way, y'all know for sure it is me. All right, that's also if you're ever wondering why I'm not on my TikTok, that is why, because it was too many people. So all right. I think I'm at a point where I don't have to explain that part anymore. Yeah, so we're gonna see. I don't Let me think. Is there anything that I want to tell y'all before I get started? Anything that I've been noticing? Um, no, okay. Let's see. Let's start with Pisces. I'm not gonna like force no super guru message if I don't have one. Okay. All right, Pisces. Pisces are up first, and we're gonna do Aquarius. Let's see. All right. What is this center? Hold on. Let me move this cord really quick. Charging. All right. My internet is working. Xfinity don't never halfway work. So hopefully everything should be good. But we are on three different platforms. I'm on Kick, WAP, and YouTube. If you're watching me on like Kick or WAP, because there's only going to be one or two of y'all, and you're hearing me say everybody, you're seeing me talk to somebody, they are or YouTube. All right. That's where most of the people were for me. So I'm not talking to myself. I'm not trying to make it look like it's extra people or anything like that. All right, what is the energy surrounding my Pisces? Let's see. Matter of fact, let me change that timestamp real quick. All right, what is the energy, the situation surrounding the Pisces? Situation surrounding my Pisces folks. Let's see. Okay, vision. So of course this could be something that you do envision for yourself, but it could be something that you're observing, something that you notice. So we're gonna see. All right, what role do you play here, Pisces? Let's see. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dusty Vaughn. Why are you dusty? All right, let's see. I'm just kidding. What role do you play here, Pisces? Oh, self-esteem. Okay. So whenever I get this card, this means something can trigger you. You may feel offended. You don't like what's going on. All right. So now yesterday Scorpio had self-esteem. I had to tear him up a little bit. Hopefully ain't nothing crazy with y'all. You said your grandma named you. That's funny. Shout out to grandma. All right, so what might be triggering you, Pisces? What's wrong? Let's see what's wrong here. Okay, for some of you, it is a literal Libra. All right, if you know a Libra, this is who is triggering you. Um, I feel like too the effects of something. If you don't know a Libra, justice is cause and effect, karma, things like that. So this could be the effects of something maybe that you did before is bothering you or something like that. It could also be that somebody is literally skilled. They just know how to do something. Maybe you feel like, damn, I wish I knew how to do that. But it could be a Libra that is triggering you or making you feel insecure. What are they doing? Let's see. Libra men are very, so I don't know if it's a Pisces lady dealing with a Libra man. I ain't going, never mind. Let me do the reading. All right, what what is this person doing here? Okay, strength. Oh, strength again. Okay, so if they're now these are people, a Libra could be with a Leo, literally, and that could trigger you if this is like a relationship thing. This could also be like if that person has a skill set, you're like, man, I wish I knew how to do that. But if you're dealing with a literal Libra, they are doing something repetitively. In the tarot, strength is in number 8, the infinity. So it's like somebody keeps doing something, or the effects of something is repetitive or perpetual. Let's see what vision is. What do we notice or what is being observed here? Okay, respect. Okay, so this could be about literally a rule. Maybe you feel like this person is disrespecting you repetitively. Yeah, truth. Literally, you're seeing the truth about respect, whether or not somebody respects you. Maybe you're seeing the truth about, like, maybe there's a Taurus involved, and I'm just giving you all the different scenarios so that we could be as general as possible. What is the most important energy for you to be in here, Pisces? Spirituality. So typically this is the thing, right? If your advice is spirituality and you are watching this reading, to me, what that means is maybe your intuition is not all the way there. You just don't know what to do without the guidance. So whatever this reading says, even if it because if you're already starting out as self-esteem, I don't want to say anything that's gonna make it worse or offend you, but I gotta give you the reading. So I'm gonna say it straight out. So whatever this reading says, I advise you to actually listen to it. Maybe somebody else is giving you some sort of advice. This could also be a scenario where you need to be more optimistic, right? Like having faith in something else since this is triggering you. What might make you feel more confident in this scenario? Let's see. Attitude. All right, so literally vision and respect. I feel like you want somebody to understand how you view a scenario. So what they're doing or what the energy is, I feel like somebody doesn't see it the way that you see it. All right. They may not understand you. I'm also getting two with vision coming out. Maybe you feel a type of way because of how something looks. Since you have vision and attitude, maybe you feel like, okay, this situation doesn't look good, from the outside looking in or something like that. Okay. So let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Let's get 8 cards here. So whatever this reading says, it may irritate you, Pisces, but your advice is spirituality. So, all right, so you got the Death card, Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So it looks like there was sympathy caused for like some major change. So it's like, okay, I'm going to allow you to create this major change or this major shift. I'm also getting if there is a Scorpio involved, there's sympathy for a Scorpio. Like I said yesterday, they came out as self-esteem, but I feel like you're emotionally attached to some major change or shift, or you're allowing somebody to change something out of the kindness of your heart, basically. All right, you're observed. So this is being observed, vision. So we can see this. It is noticeable. I have the 4 of Wands, the Temperance, the 9 of Swords, and then the 4 of Pentacles. Let's see what the Temperance is real quick. That is spiritual energy. What is the Temperance in this reading for you? Okay, defense. Okay, what is the Temperance blocking or stopping or saying no to? And then we're going to see what the Death part is. Resilience. Okay, so if you're in self-esteem, that's the 9 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is resilience. You're supposed to get to the next step in something. Now, a couple of days ago, there was a reading where Pisces assumed something about a Sagittarius that was wrong. Okay, so if you're holding on to that reading or you're still dealing with like Sag energy or something like that, that is blocking you from moving to the next level so that you don't feel offended. What is the Death card? Okay, potential. Potential to be what? Potential to grow into what? Yeah, love, exactly. So I feel like you did something out of love for somebody in this scenario. Who can see this? Because here's the page of sword. Who's observing this? Okay, so this is like a trap mindset. That yeah, you need to have a different perspective. This is what would make you feel more confident. So I feel like it's the way you're looking at something. How do you view your scenario? It's the way you look at it. Yeah, Libra again. You're blaming. So I feel like you're blaming a Libra. Yeah, personality. So it could be something that they said out loud or something that they said about themselves. That's your perspective. Let's see. If you opened up your mind or had a different, what perspective should you have to kind of help you out here? Yeah, you should realize that you have a trap mindset. The connectivity card is the 8 of swords. Now, if you're like, damn, why don't they see it my way? Why don't they understand how I think? They have a trap mindset as well. So I feel like you would realize that you have a trap mindset. It looks like this has to do with love because love is here. What do you have a trap mindset about? Because it's like this person is bothering you or hurting your feelings. Okay, about what they said. So you're taking offense to what someone said. What did they say? You're like taking offense to that. Okay, fight. So this could be an argument, a competition. Maybe they're bringing up other people. There's like an argument or something that they said, and you can't stop thinking about it, or like you're like, why would you say that? And it's like you are kind of internalizing something that someone said to you. Okay, so what was their intention on saying it? Why did they bring this up, or why is this being discussed here? Transition and peace. So if you don't, it's almost like something is only bothering you because you're paying attention to it. Yeah, mystery, vision, and humor. I feel like you will see the irony in your perspective. You might not even be offended or feel insecure if you just never even paid attention to this. Yeah, because the nine of swords is like you keep thinking about it. What are you worried about with the nine of swords? I feel like you should try to be at peace with something. Okay, sexuality. Maybe you're worried that this person's going to date somebody else or go somewhere else. All right, what is the outcome for my Pisces here? Welcome. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for confirming the message. Sorry, I'm not ignoring y'all. Y'all know I be in the cards. What's the outcome for you, Pisces? Okay, you got style, which is Cancer energy. Yeah, focus and order. So this is where it's like your focus is on something and it's triggering you. So if it's an actual Libra, I'm assuming this is a scenario where you don't have to watch the person, talk to the person. You don't have to even be around the person if you don't have to like pay attention to it. That's what I'm assuming. Like say you're this is just an example because I feel like this is more like personal. I feel like this is somebody you know. Say you're scrolling, right? And you just keep seeing this person and they're like saying offensive things, like they're a very offensive like streamer, or they're an offensive, they have very offensive takes. Just ignore it. Or like say you do something on social media. Sometimes you just have to ignore the comments. You just have to you got to move forward and ignore people. But like I said, I feel like this is somebody that you actually personally know, and you can't stop thinking about it. I feel like stop talking to this person because that's what they did. They said something, they're arguing with you, they're saying something about you and it's offensive. Stop talking to them. um yeah, or take a break from them, something like that. Okay, so I feel like that's pretty straightforward, so I don't want to like, because also excuse me, if your advice is spirituality, there's some type of, like, there's a belief system that makes you think you have to talk to somebody, right? So it's like, oh, that's my mom, that's my sister, that's my cousin, that's my husband, that's my baby daddy. That's, it's like you think in your head you have to talk to them. You don't, or you don't have to pay attention to this. Um, I'm also getting they're conflicting with something that you actually want to do. So if they're voice and fight, they're saying something that conflicts you. I feel like too, they're saying something that's distracting you from something else that's better for you to focus on. Um, yeah, so that is your reading. I'm gonna leave it there because I'm not gonna said cousin. I'll also say too, honestly, like if this is like because fight is here, say you wanted to make a decision and somebody disagrees with that decision, 9 times out of 10, if you're not doing anything to physically harm yourself or anybody else, go ahead and make your decision. Nobody, it's people arguing with me on TikTok right now because I said I don't want to own a house. Is, I mean, people will argue about everything. People will disagree with literally anything. Like if you say your favorite color is blue, somebody gonna say, "Oh, that's ugly." It's like it doesn't. It really does not. Sometimes people disagree just to disagree. Yeah. So that's your reading, Pisces. So try to not focus on that person or on that energy. Hopefully, it's not somebody some of y'all live with or have to deal with. But I feel like you need to take a break from talking to that individual. Okay, Aquarius is next. You know, I had to write my little notes. Again, y'all, I'm on all the platforms. So YouTube, Kick, and the WAP platform. No problem. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, if y'all dating a Libra, go on ahead and break up. It's you don't. It's not. It's 8 billion people in the world. Do not let somebody say things to make you feel insecure. All right, Aquarius. What's the center of the reading for the Aquariuses? Let's see. What's the center of the reading for the Aquarius? Okay, defense. Now, Sagittarius came out as defense in the Pisces reading, so just in case, but we'll see what else this is in your reading. Before I get your energy, what is the blockage here? What is the blockage? Okay, resilience. So it's a little switched. Now, in the other reading, it was saying that the temperance was the blockage and they're blocking out resilience. But I feel like in this case, somebody is able to handle something alone or they're doing something by themselves. Let's see, what does this block out? Something could be difficult as well, but let's see, what does this block out here? Oh, okay, emotions. Yeah. Okay. So somebody's able to handle something. So they're able to block out their emotions. They're able to handle a situation. So I feel like they're doing something logically. What role do you play here, Aquarius? Okay, passion. So this may be you because resilience is the 10 of wands and inspire energy. So it could definitely be you, but passion is here. What do you desire, Aquarius? Let's see. Order, you want something to go a certain way, you want a certain order to things. Literally you may just, you desire something to be organized or fixed or, okay, so what do you want to be put first here with order? You want like a certain order to things. Self-esteem, okay. Now if you do know a Pisces, you want that Pisces to be first. um yeah, angel, it's like uh all right, courage and confidence. Now this could, I don't, maybe you want maybe you want that Pisces to have confidence. You want somebody else to like kind of, get their confidence back. All right, we're going to see. I'll leave, you want self-esteem first. What other energy should you be in, Aquarius? Okay, spirituality again. All right, so this might be the card of the day. So again, I'm gonna give you the same disclaimer I gave Pisces. Whatever this reading says, do it. Because I guess your intuition may be off, or there could be like a certain religious belief or something like that that's blocking you. Again, like I said, you may need to have faith in something, be more optimistic, but that's your advice. Okay, let's see what this is. So the center of it, somebody's able to handle something. So they are blocking out their emotions. They're not emotional. Again, like I said, these are people you want a Pisces to come first. Or you want, okay, maybe you have a Pisces friend, mother, something like that. You're like, no, they should come first. Now, another thing I'll say is if we're talking about this in the elemental sense, Pisces will be the last sign, right? And it is a water sign. So it's basically the last feeling about something. So once you went through a whole like process, how did you feel at the end? So I'm assuming you want somebody to consider how do you feel at the end of this? Think about the future or something like that, but we'll see what else. Hopefully you don't want somebody to be insecure. Actually, let me clarify that because some people may think that way. Like somebody may be like, no, you need to humble yourself or something. What is supposed to trigger self-esteem in your reading? Okay, mystery, being confused, what's hidden? It's like, no, humble yourself, you don't know. Oh, yeah, potential. So this could tie into the Scorpio reading. Yeah, somebody's like, you don't know what that Scorpio said behind closed doors, or you don't know what that person said behind closed doors, or somebody's supposed to be offended by the fact that they don't know something. I feel like, too, somebody's supposed to be humble because they don't know their own true potential. But your energy, you're supposed to be in spirituality. What is spirituality going to guide you to do? Let's see. And then we're going to get the tarot for that. Sexuality and then leadership. Okay. If there has anything to do with like gender roles, of course we know that that's in religion and in the real world that does not matter. You can have a smart woman, you can have a smart man, you can have a man that know how to cook, you can have a woman that know how to fix cars. I don't know shit. So it's something, but we gonna see what else it is. Hold on. All right, let's see. So you want a certain order to things and you want somebody to be humble. All right. Or you want that Pisces to come first. Let's see. 8 cards. Okay, the 10 of cups is Pisces energy. Yeah. 10 of cups, wheel of fortune. You want somebody to be happy in the end. This is Pisces energy. Either a fantasy, happiness, laughter, the community. It's like you want somebody to think about, okay, are you going to be happy at the end of this cycle? All right, but we're going to clarify though. Okay, so yeah, somebody's like, no, make an action here that will make you happy in the end. I'm also seeing somebody wants somebody to travel to a certain location, move in with me, live here, something along those lines. And you got the two of swords, the high priestess. So you got two, two, two. You got the high priestess, the knight of swords. There's the potential, and then the 10 of swords. See, intuition is separate from spirituality. What is intuition telling somebody to do here? Respect. Okay, what rule do they have for themselves or what standard do they have for themselves? Defiance. Okay, so there's something's going to be ironic about this. They know they're supposed to break some sort of rule or regulation. What does everybody normally do? Okay, this is another thing too. You want somebody maybe to fit into a crowd, 10 of cups, fit into the family, fit into the crowd, fit into this neighborhood, this community of people. That's kind of what you want someone to do, or maybe somebody wanted you to do that. Okay, defiance. What is everybody else doing here? Guidance. Everybody else is listening to the same thing or listening to the same person. So who is everybody else listening to? And what are they being led to do here? What is this person resisting? Okay. I'm sorry, it's not funny. All right, so everybody else, this whoever this is, they're resisting a Sagittarius. This person, the resistance card, is the one who is guiding everybody to do what? Feel regret or shame or sadness. This is why somebody's blocked. Somebody, if this is the Sag energy is the Ten of Wands, they're able to block out the emotions. They don't feel regretful. So, okay, I don't know what the Sag has to do with it, but we'll see. So, what does the High Priestess know that she's supposed to do instead, or he, whatever? What do they know they're supposed to do instead? It's like everybody's supposed to feel guilt, shame, or at a loss. Okay, order. So what do they put first? Strength. Now, if it's a person, it could be a Leo. Yeah, strength and innovation. So they're like, well, I'm able to create this. Something is supposed, that's what I'm saying. Innovation, voice, and regret. It's like something's made up to make people feel ashamed or have regret. So this person knows that. They're like, that's just designed to make me feel ashamed or regretful. If your advice is spirituality, maybe you follow some sort of religious belief that's supposed to make you feel regretful. Maybe it's like a status quo thing, like everybody's supposed to want this, this, and this. I mean, that's literally how we're all programmed. That is the battle of life. Hey, welcome. Is for you to basically feel like, okay, what do I actually want to do for myself? So this person's resisting Sagittarius energy. I'm also getting too, if it's not a Sagittarius, it could be traveling or expanding your horizons, learning different cultures, talking to, talking to people of foreign races. It's like, no, stay over here, stay with this group, stay in this location. Because also the is at the top of the Wheel of Fortune. So that is the temperance right there. If you ever notice, if anybody wants to do their own cards, just so you know, this is the temperance, that's the chariot right there. So that's just something that, So it's like that. Okay, why is this energy resisting Sagittarius? Like, what is that? What does that have to do? Let's see. Healing a trap mindset. What is this Sagittarius doing? Because I don't know where they're at, but personality, transition, and dominance. All right. I don't know if all right. What part of their personality? I don't know if it has anything to do with this individual. They just don't, yeah, self love. So somebody's resisting this individual because part of their personality is they want to make sure that they're comfortable. This energy is like, no, everybody sometimes should feel uncomfortable, sad, guilty, regretful. Everybody should feel like this. Come over here, you should do this. It's a regret. Don't this Sagittarius personality and self-love. This person is like, no, I'm gonna do what works for me, or I'm gonna do what's comfortable for me. What is the Wheel of Fortune here? Emotions. But the thing that everybody's being led to do is like shame, regret, guilt, sadness. What is everybody supposed to be sad about or feel regret about with mood? The way people view them, attitude. Do you want to be viewed like that? Or, yes, I feel like this is more of a guilt thing. Don't you care? Because this person's doing something where, okay, this is how I am. I don't care how you view me. I don't like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we could use as an example for that. Like I said, like the people arguing with me about owning a home. I don't give a damn if I own a I don't want to. And I don't care how that looks. Like somebody may look at that like, oh, they don't have this, that, and the third. Why don't you own a home? You're this age. I don't want the maintenance of a home. I can call maintenance. They fix my sink in a day. I like that. I don't want to own a home. I don't want the responsibility. Or don't dress like that. You should feel ashamed for dressing like that. You're 35. Why do you have ponytails? Or, why are you wearing short shorts? You're 40. You have kids. Like something is just how you're viewed. And you're supposed to feel ashamed of how you're viewed. Why are you a single mom? Or I don't care. I don't feel like cooking and cleaning up after another person, after another adult. It doesn't matter to me. So, I don't know. It's something like that, or all right. I don't know if these are other people. It's basically like, to sum this up, long story short, the energy here is like, no, everybody should not do anything different. Everybody should be led to this energy. You should feel sadness sometimes. You should be regretful. You should feel ashamed. That is literally what everybody else is being led to do. But there's another individual whose intuition is like, no, I don't have to do that. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do what I want to do. So I feel like if your advice is spirituality and you're hearing this reading, if there is a decision that you want to make, and like I said before, if it's not harming anybody, hurting yourself, you can make whatever, literally, you can make whatever decisions you want to. If you can afford to do it, if you're trying out a new thing, if you want to wear this, do this, live here, go do it. But for some reason, I feel like you may want somebody to feel insecure though, or I don't know, you want like that Pisces to come first or something like that. What is the outcome for you, Aquarius? Finesse. So yeah, defense. That's the root of the reading. Defense. Blocking out the emotions. Somebody's like, no, I'm not falling for that. So the outcome is finesse. Whoever's trying to get people to, I don't know, fall into some sort of trap of sadness or something like that. Now, nine times out of 10, if the high priestess comes out, excuse me, out, and I don't see the magician here, there's an element missing that is not able to trick somebody into doing something. So, why is the plan not working? What's missing from the manipulation or from this scenario? Yeah, transition in personality. So, this is the thing, somebody's not able to be themselves. They know that. They'll never be able to. If I live here, I can't act like this. If I do this, I can't wear this. Like somebody knows that it stops you from being your own self or finding yourself or who you are. Because what is the intended outcome with finesse? Ooh, oh, wait, that's too much. Oh, hold on. Oh, my daughter's hair. I put green braids in her hair. That braiding hair be around forever. Jesus, I be vacuuming. It don't go nowhere. Okay. So what is the intended outcome with finesse here? Because it's not working. Yeah, change. It's like somebody wants to change somebody completely. What is somebody supposed to change into? Or all right, power. What's actually going to occur? Because this is not, yeah, fluidity, courage, superstition, and skill. So somebody's like, yeah, I don't trust that. That's fine. I don't have to trust that. I don't have to do that. Because fluidity is different than mood. Like fluidity is something that's fluctuating. You're happy sometimes, you're sad sometimes. Something that's people are being led to do is like constant shame, regret, sadness, guilt. Like something, if it's a financial, somebody is being led to always lose money or to never have enough or something like that. But the outcome is going to be fluidity. Fluidity would be all the ebbs and flows. And so somebody's going to also experiment for themselves. They're going to be like, okay, let me figure out what works for me. I'm not just going to automatically listen to that or just automatically do that. All right, so that's that reading. Let me write my note. Capricorn is next. All right, y'all. Hopefully, it's a lot of fluid in my head. I'm trying to detox it. My ears popping. All right, let's see. Capricorns. Let's see for my Capricorns. Again, I'm on all three platforms, y'all. Personal readings on the WAP page. We're on Kick, WAP, and YouTube. All right, what is the situation surrounding the Capricorns? Okay, guidance. Maybe it's the same people from the Aquarius reading. So this is about everybody. These people get along. They're like-minded. They're having a good time, but they are listening to someone else. Let's see, who is everybody being guided by in your reading, Capricorns? Let's see. This is who they're being guided by. Now, if this is not a person outside of them, let me switch it. If this is not a person outside of them, people are being guided by regrets or shame. So if you feel like, do not make an emotional decision. I just want to throw that out there. If that's you, like if you feel this way, try to calm yourself down before actually making a decision. But it's like people are literally listening to somebody who's in a bad mood or sad or regretful. Okay, what's wrong here? What's the issue? Okay, sexuality. It could be somebody that they're partnered with, some type of relationship that they had. What are they guiding people to do? Now, this could be a thing where, okay, I made this mistake, let's make sure that it could be a positive thing. What are they guiding people to do here? Okay, defense. To block out what? Let's see. They're guiding people to say no, don't do that. Okay, self-esteem. All right, so this is this could be now, okay, let me slow down. A few ways this could go because Pisces came out as self-esteem. There could be a person who's like, don't talk to that Pisces. Maybe they're trying to exclude the Pisces or something like that, right? And people are actually going to listen. That just depends on that scenario if there's a Pisces involved. But I'm also getting somebody literally, they're like, I regret those decisions that I used to make. Do not have low self esteem. Do not feel insecure. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's within them, that could be what they're guiding people to do. Don't feel insecure. Don't feel offended. That could be the advice here. All right, what role do you play here, Capricorns? Oh, spirituality. Okay, so you could be the person that the Aquarius and the Pisces need to listen to. Okay, so Capricorns, if you know those signs. All right. Okay, so spirituality. What are you doing with spirituality? What is your energy with it? You could just be optimistic. Okay, skill and luck. So this is all tied. This is looking like this is tied together. Literally, I just gave the fortune. I just gave the reading about a Libra causing a Pisces to have low self-esteem. Literally. Um, So somebody in this scenario, they're like, look, that maybe they're like, that happened to me. I felt like that. This used to offend me. Don't be offended, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, this is what you're talking about the cause and effects, or you're thinking about luck. You're like, okay, because I did this, this is why I'm in this position. Or so I feel like you're thinking more about like karma and how things are kind of linked together, or like I made this decision, so now I'm here. This was the effects of it. All right. What other energy should you be in, Capricorns? Defiance. Okay. So, what is the rule here that everybody else is following, or what is the norm? Defense. Okay, okay, okay. So don't listen to this. So don't block out that Pisces, or so if you do know a Pisces, don't be defensive against them. Don't block them out. What should you do instead? Hustle. Okay, I'm gonna show you the difference. This is what happened to this person, right? But for you, you would actually generate an opportunity from it. If somebody's like, I'm gonna just give you a scenario, like somebody's like, hey, don't work with that Pisces. It didn't work out for me. I lost money, blah, blah, blah. It would actually work for you. Or like whatever this decision is, they lost. I'm let and they're telling everybody else not to do it. But you would make money from it. You would be actually really good at it. If this is about, I just have to put it out there because they're pulling sexuality. If this is about dating, somebody may have a bad dating experience, but maybe you get treated very well. Maybe people, they take you out on dates, or they pay your rent, or something like that. They do those things for you, so it would work better for you. I'm also getting to, if somebody doesn't like being around a certain group of people or a certain type of people, you actually would benefit from like networking with them, living around them. That's interesting. So what went wrong here for this person? What was missing for them? It's like they didn't do something right. Okay, you got style. Why else would this work out for you with hustle? What element do you have here that will work out for you? Oh, so truth. So I feel like you can tell the only reason somebody's telling somebody, yeah, don't do that, is because it didn't work for them. You can see it. It's like you can see the truth about a scenario or about a decision. So you're like, I mean, that's anything. That's like, oh, I try to do hair, or you know how people be like, oh, don't wear that. That made my skin break out. Okay, well, I could wear it. Or, don't, when I did my hair like that, my hair fell out. Okay, well, I could do that. My hair is thicker. Or so it's something like that. Like something didn't work for this person, but you can see the truth. So what else is the truth here? You're able to make money from something, or you're abundant in something. Oh, order. So it's the way that somebody did something. What did this person put first? Let's see. What did this person put first? They put healing first. What are you going to do? What are you going to put first? And it makes it work for you. It like, oh, pride. So this is looking to me. If there's like a relationship dynamic, somebody tried to like heal the other person or fix something for the other person. You're like, no, I'm not going to fix it. If I go into a scenario, or if I'm working with somebody else, they should already be on the same level. Like we should already be working together. If this is also like, say somebody gets an opportunity, but you have to fix it first, right? Like say there's like somebody's like, oh, don't get a used car, because I had to get this used car and I had to put all this, an engine in it and da da da. But you're like, well, why'd you get the car with a bad engine? Why didn't you test drive it? Or why didn't you keep looking? Or why didn't you get a used car that wasn't that old? They're like, well, don't get used car, but they bought like a 20-year-old used car. Like, yeah, it's gonna break down. I'm gonna get a used car. It's only 3 years old. That's different. That's just a scenario. That's just because I try not to make everything about relationships, even though it says sexuality. But for you, you're able to make money from it. So what do you have too much pride to do out the gate? Let's see. I feel like too, you're proud of yourself. You're not it's like you have enough ego to know that you can make something work. What do you have too much pride for here, Capricorns? That'll help. This will actually help you though. All right, dominance. Yeah, you're like, I'm not going to control it. Maybe somebody wants you to control your partner, control a person, control a situation. You're like, I don't need to go into something and try to fix it. I need to find a situation that already works for me. That situation already works for me. I already know that it's going to work. I don't have to fix anything, change anything. I don't have to beg the person to act like blah, 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 blah. Like I'm going to go into it while it's already working. Let's get 8 cards. All right. So you're able to see it though. There it is. You're able to see it. Let's see. You say you're no longer interested in talking to them ever again. I feel you, girl. Make sure you block them. Make sure you block them. I love to block people all the time. Block them. Let me get 8 cards. You said no fixer uppers. Let's get 8 cards here. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, there's the hangman perspective, the fool. Okay, so right out the gate, before I pull the last 3 cards, I feel like somebody did go into something without having all the information, the fool, or they didn't take a deeper look at something because the hangman is a perspective. What information was somebody missing with the fool card? I'm going to clarify that real quick. Intuition. Now, okay, this might be a long story. Just because it came out in the Aquarius reading, it's almost like somebody doesn't know that another individual is intuitive. But it's like somebody didn't have enough information. Let's see. What is somebody aware of unaware of here with the Fool card? What do they not realize or know? Oh, power. Okay, yeah, no, literally. I feel like somebody doesn't know their own power. They may not be tapped into their own intuition. They may not realize, like, because, like I said, everybody else is being led to do something, right? They're all listening to something else, but these people may not realize they have their own choices that they can make. They have their own intuition. Now, because your energy is spirituality, 9 times out of 10 when somebody is spiritual, they realize, and that doesn't mean that you're automatically going to kick into that gear, but 9 times out of 10, like, God is within you, right? Like, I know that if I'm smart enough, I do my research, I can go ahead and make certain decisions on my own. It's not necessarily like a power outside of me. Maybe that's what this is, just because you pulled spirituality, but it's like somebody doesn't know their own power. If they're dealing with another individual, if there's a person involved, it's like, no, that person is intuitive. They know better than to do that. What is the hangman? Personality, resistance, and luck. What is the luck here? What else is the fortune or the luck in this scenario? Yeah, respect and passion. Okay. What is your energy down here? Yeah, courage. So what else do you have the courage to do? I feel like you're just like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do what I need to do. Yeah, self-love. So I'm gonna assume that mood with sexuality, somebody made a decision based off of another person. They didn't consider whether or not they're going to be comfortable. Now you could also, you're like, look, I'm going to be able to be comfortable in this scenario. I don't have to feel no type of way. What else are you doing out of self-love? And then we'll see the outcome. This isn't bad for you. Yeah, courage again in perspective. What may be blocking somebody's intuition here? Because they don't, it's like they don't know that they have intuitive gifts, or this could also be a thing where somebody is doing something that they don't realize is intuition. Maybe it's like dreams, or or just certain decisions that you make. They may not realize, like, oh wait, I'm making that decision, or I knew better, or something like that. um what might be blocking intuition here? Pride, but that's what you're doing. Oh, pride and spirituality. So your spirituality, they feel like they're above you. Like something's working out for you because you're spiritual or because you have a certain belief system. That's why it's working out for you. but they feel like because they're above you or they're smarter than you or they don't need anything spiritual or they don't need to have faith in anything, they're not tapped in or that's interesting. Okay. So what's the outcome for you Capricorns? Welcome. That's interesting. All right, yeah, determined, focused, ambition. So you could just be focused on your career. Like I said before, you know that you can be hustle here. Like you know that you can make money off of something or save money or generate income, whatever it is. But yeah, you're like, look, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna do stuff that make me happy because everybody else is being led by regrets or sadness or shame and okay. Good reading for the Capricorns. Let me write down my little notes. All right, Sagittarius is next. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Saggies. All right, what is your energy, Sagittarius is, or what is the situation at hand for the Sagittarius is first? Like, what's the root of the situation? Okay, superstition, nervousness, worries, maybe something is not real. I'm gonna figure out what your energy is first, and then we'll come back to the superstition. What role do you play here, Sagittarius? Ooh. Okay, peace. So somebody else is nervous, you're at peace, or somebody else could be really worried about something. You don't notice it right now. You don't notice it. You're at peace with something, you're calm. What are you at peace with, or what might you not notice? You're not even really thinking about it. Okay, style, Cancer. You're at peace with a Cancer voice and inspiration. So it looks like a Cancer is talking to an Aquarius. You're okay with that. You're fine. You don't care. Or if you didn't know, a Cancer is talking to an Aquarius, a Cancer is talking to a group of people. You're at peace with it. I mean, if this is like, I don't know, I guess you don't care or you're not bothered by it. Okay. Or you're at peace with what they're talking about. Okay. What is the superstition? Who's worried? Resistance. Now remember in the Aquarius reading, somebody is resisting you. All right. So if you're at peace with they were resisting you. So whoever's in resistance, what is this person resisting in this case? Hustle. So that was Capricorn. Okay. Somebody doesn't want to spend money, make money. They're resisting their own abundance. Maybe somebody's trying not to spend money. Okay, self-esteem. Now, these are people. Somebody's resisting a Capricorn, a Pisces, or somebody's resisting giving money to that Pisces. They don't want to pay them. And then there you go. I feel like somebody doesn't want you around the Aquarius. Like say you know a Cancer, you're around a Cancer or something like that, or somebody doesn't want you around. It's like you're okay with it, but somebody may not want you around. Let's clarify. Let's see. So what are we worried about all of a sudden? You said it's why you secretly at work. That's funny. Let's see. So what is this person worried about? They're really nervous or afraid. They're worried about emotions. Okay. Or there's a superstition about emotions. Okay. What other energy should you be in, Sag? Let's just what other energy should you be in? Okay, connectivity is the Eight of Swords, and that means to me the same mindset. So I feel like continue thinking this way. Well, okay, like keep that perspective because Eight of Swords is like a trap perspective. So keep that perspective, or maybe it's like there's nothing you can do. That's why you're not worried about it. There's nothing. Okay, how continue viewing what? Don't change your viewpoint is what I'm getting. Okay, continue viewing what? Your focus. Yeah, keep your focus. Don't break your focus. Don't break your focus, Sag. What are you focused on? What do you need to continue focusing on? Interesting mystery. Maybe you want to figure out maybe you're trying to learn other things, learn new things, study new things. That's okay. So you're focused on a mystery. You're like I don't okay, what's hidden or what's unknown? Keep studying something, keep figuring out more information. All right, so you got personality. So I feel like it's like, no, keep your focus. Stay focused on what you're trying to figure out. Stay focused on what you're trying to learn. Okay. I'm not sure what that has to do with you though. What role do you play in these cards? Because right now you're already okay. You're fine. Let's see, what is this? Where are you at over here? Your confidence. All right, so I feel like you're fine. It looks like somebody doesn't want a Pisces to get any money, or somebody doesn't want to work with this Pisces or build with them or something like that. Interesting. All right, let's get the cards. You're fine, I guess. You got a new Kali Oracle deck. All right, so let's see. Let's get 8 cards then. So yeah, you're just focused. You're focusing. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. So you just said you was at work, so oh no, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. All right, Eight of Wands, which is Sag energy. Knight of Wands, that's Sag. So I feel like it's over. You're over here. You could be traveling, focusing on something. There's the happiness with the Nine of Cups. There's the Eight of Pentacles, is the work or a pattern, something that you're building up. Or you have the Justice, which could be Libra. There's that Page of Swords. So somebody noticing, first of all, what you're doing, somebody, it does cause somebody to observe you or pay attention to you. That's one thing. If there's a Libra involved, you're doing something and somebody's paying attention to a Libra. Three of Swords and then the Sun. There's a Chariot. So yeah, you're not, you're fine. There's the Chariot's fine. Yeah, there's that Nine of Wands again. Somebody is offended. They're distracted though. They're not, I don't even think somebody's supposed to be paying attention to something. All right, so let's see. What is this energy right here, these 4 cards? So I feel like that's you. You're like, I'm not okay, leadership. What is this cause? Sexuality, love. And ambition. Let me get one more, and then humor. That's what just this literally. So somebody's like, look, I'm going to go to work. This is what makes me happy. I'm going to work. I'm saving my money. I'm studying this. somebody's enjoying something. If you're I'm gonna also show you this too. Somebody could, out of sympathy, because they notice what you're doing, they're gonna allow you to continue working and being happy. They're like, okay, I'm gonna let, Sag is working or they're focused on blah blah blah. So I'm gonna let them just focus on that. So do not break your focus. Is maybe somebody's gonna try to get you to think like, you shouldn't do that, or let's see, what might cause you to change your focus? What might you change your focus for? I just want to make sure so that you know what might, I guess, distract you. Okay, you have spirituality, so it could be a Capricorn. Do not, I'm also getting to whatever you guys do, and I've told you this before, there is a fine line with spirituality, guys. I've told y'all this a million times. Do not fall down no like rabbit hole. Don't get stuck in like, make sure you're touching the grass, right? It's fine for y'all to watch me. Don't, it's fine for you to do cards, it's fine, but don't, let it engulf you, or don't think you need to change your path, or don't think like, oh, I'm spiritual, so I have to give up material wealth. Because this is where you're at right now. You're doing good. You're working. You have enough money. Like, don't. What might spirituality get you to do or believe? Like, you don't need to switch right now. Other people had their advice where they needed it in the moment. Okay, no, you can see it. You're good. I don't, because this is it right here. You can see what's going on. You're fine. Don't get, now this could also be like a religious belief system, like, damn, like I feel bad, like I feel guilty. We're all supposed to be doing this, that, and the third. I need to focus on blah blah blah. Do not change, don't change your focus. Don't change what you're doing. Let me see what else. What else? What is your energy in these 8 cards? And I'm gonna see what Libra is here. Yeah, your defiance. What is the normal rule? Or what is everybody else doing? Let's see, what are you doing instead here? Pride, too much pride to do what? Okay, intuition, self-love. So focus on yourself. Don't, what should you do out of self-love here? Don't, I wouldn't do anything out of love. I wouldn't, not right now, because you're very focused and you're really happy. Or something's going really well. What are you doing out of self-love? Don't change it. Yeah, you're like, "Nah, I don't trust that." So what is somebody telling you comes first? What is somebody trying to tell you should, so basically, a spiritual belief system or whatever the belief system is, there is a superstition that no, you have to do this first. I've given a lot of examples about that, like how people say, "Oh, you shouldn't read cards with your head unwrapped." That doesn't matter. I've been always reading cards with your head unwrapped. It's your mind. So I feel like that's why the root of your reading is you need to keep the same mindset that you have already. All right. Don't change that. Like, everything's in your mind. The reality that you want to do or make or create, that stuff is in your mind. It comes from your decisions. But it's like there's nothing that you don't need to change. What are you being told is supposed to come first in this scenario? Because it's not real. You're like, I don't trust that. I'm not doing that. Interesting, courage. So this could be like being like, there's a fine line between being courageous and stupid, or what are you putting first? Luck. So you could be waiting for the right time, the right circumstances, like, to wait for everything to kind of cohesively come together. You're like, no, this is the good opportunity, or you're like, okay, this is the right time to do something. This is when you do it. This is, what is the luck for you, right quick? I don't know what I need to clarify what the Libra is. Yeah, voice and the eight of swords. Don't change. You already know something. You're like, no, I know how to view that. I already know what to pay attention to. It's like you already know better. Somebody could be getting you to try to listen to a Libra. Let me see, what is the justice? This could also be, excuse me, because of spirituality. Don't be caught up in like, oh, I'm going to get karma. The way that I view karma is very different from a lot of people. So maybe that's what we need to discuss. But let me see what the justice card is real quick, and then I'll go on that rant for a second. What is the justice card? Yeah, power. So transition and attitude. Do not change your perspective. Somebody's going to try to change your perspective. Don't change it. Don't feel bad. Don't feel guilty. I don't have a lot of guilt or emotions here. This is more like a mindset. Do not change how you think, because the way you view something is correct. So like a lot of time, and I'm just going to give an example of how I view karma. This is just my own personal belief system. Come up with your own if you want to. You can agree to disagree or whatever. But the way I look at karma is it's just cause and effect, right? So a lot of times people are like, why does it take so long for somebody to get karma? Or it may seem like nobody is or somebody's not getting any karma. It's because it is cause and effect, right? For instance, the best example I can give, because mostly women watch me, right? And women always want that man to get karma. We always want the man, oh, he did this, and this to me. He's going to get his karma. If there's another woman that loves him and wants to take care of him, he not getting no karma, baby. He not the karma not coming. The call is cause and effect. It just is what it is. Or it's like, okay, the reason that something like the karma could be like, say somebody is a bad person and mean to everybody, right? And then something bad happens to them. Nobody wants to assist that person. The reason nobody is assisting that person, it's not directly connected to the accident. It's directly connected to the fact that that person was mean. And I hope that makes sense. It's like the same because you can have a very nice person, their karma won't be to get in a car accident. Their karma won't be that they got beat up, but that could happen to anybody. The karma could be, okay, I got into this accident. I'm sick. I'm in the hospital, but I was very nice to people. Those people are helping me while I'm in the hospital. The karma is not the accident. And I hope I'm explaining that right, because the bad things can happen to good people all the time. Good things happen to bad people. I feel like the cause and effect is more so how you treat somebody and then the effect of that. Or I make this decision, what is the direct effect of that decision, right? Or like, okay, somebody's a drunk driver, they get into a car accident, no, oh, that's karma. It's not karma necessarily, they was drunk. That's cause and effect. It's just if they didn't drink, they would have never got karma. If they you does that I hope the way that I'm saying that makes sense. I'm also getting this is a literal Libra. Somebody may try to change your mind on something. Don't change your mind. Don't just you're fine. What you're doing right now, what you're focused on right now, you are perfectly fine. I don't know why you're even supposed to notice something, worry about it. Don't change how you view anything. Don't if it's a person, keep viewing that person the same way you view that person. Okay. What's your position in the outcome here? Your intuition is telling you to self-love, is telling you to focus on yourself. Do not be too prideful to do that. Don't feel like basically if you're in the middle of building something for yourself, do not stop building it so that you can go tend to somebody else or be with somebody or continue building that along the way while like don't feel like, oh, I can just abandon everything I've been working for. I'm good. Don't do that. Continue building what you need to build. And then what is the outcome here for you? Excuse me. Mood change, emotions, and healing. So yeah, that's why in the I also noted in the Capricorn reading, somebody had mood and they were leading everybody else to be regretful. I feel like if there's something that you don't like or something that you regret, it's time for you to heal that or fix that. That's what you're going to work on. Like, don't don't bring everybody else down or something. But I don't think that was you because you had the humor and ambition and all that. But just in case, just so you know. All right, so that was Sagittarius. All right, we're gonna do Scorpio. Gonna do Scorpio next. Now, Scorpio, y'all had a pretty bad reading. Y'all was getting on my nerves yesterday. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. Scorpios. Let's see. All right, what is the energy surrounding the Scorpios? Energy surrounding the Scorpios. Situation at hand. Defiance. Okay. What is the rule? Looks like I don't know if this is you yet. We're gonna see, but what's the norm? What's the rule? Okay, order. There's supposed to be a certain order to things. There's supposed to be a certain way that you do things. What is supposed to occur first here? Superstition. Okay, so first you're supposed to be worried. That's what's supposed to happen. Or I don't know if it's you, but basically you're supposed to go into something worried, period. You're supposed to be nervous, worried, anxious. What is someone else doing instead? And then I'm going to, let's see, inspiration. They could be inspiring people. If it's an Aquarius, they're not going to be afraid. All right. Yeah, inspiration and style. Aquarius and a Cancer. Yeah, so somebody's you're supposed to be worried? Okay, worried about what? All right, versatility. So there could be like a worry about whether or not somebody's getting married or whether or not they'll have children. Worried about like another specific woman here. But it's like even if you're not dealing with an Aquarius or a Cancer, the I feel like the entire group is fine, or the entire literally I'm getting the entire group remembers, or the entire group is fine. It's not a something's not a big deal. Okay. What role do you play here, Scorpio? Emotions. All right. Try not to do anything out of emotion. What emotions are you feeling right now? Before I pull the rest, don't make a decision out of emotions at the moment. That's not a great idea. But what emotions are you feeling? Okay, self-esteem. So this was from your last reading. You may feel insecure or offended. Pisces also came out as that today. What's going on? What's triggering your emotions today? Let's see. Potential. So it's something that you actually see, like a message. You're going to see something that bothers you. It's on your phone. You may get a text, an email. Um, what do you see or what's going on? Damn, potential again. Is it a child? It could be the child is bothering you, or I'm not gonna reuse it. Okay, what is the most important energy for you to be in, Scorpios? Resistance. Yeah, that's what I'm. Don't do. I feel like if you're thinking about something, you're like, I should do this. I should act like this. Don't do that. You're doing it strictly off of emotions. What should you resist here? Finesse. Okay. Yeah. What do you? So, what would the intention be? What is the plan? What is somebody intending on? I just What okay, so this must be something that's supposed to trigger you then, because that just keeps coming out. Okay, so if somebody's like, "Hey, this, this idea, this plan has potential, blah blah blah," I wouldn't do that. So something must be intentionally trying to offend you, bother you, make you emotional, or like you see something and you want to you might want to bother someone or all right, let's get the cards. Let's see. So resist finesse. Let's see. You might try, maybe you're trying to do something intentional or yeah, there's the Empress. So like we said, the rule is the order, superstition, Empress. We're supposed to be worried about being maybe a wife, a mom, worried about pregnancy, or worried about maybe being in a specific role. Sometimes you can look at the Empress as like the wife or something in the tarot. Like somebody's supposed to want a certain role here. That's what's supposed to come first. Okay, there's a ten of swords. So, superstition is a nine of swords. So nobody's worried about this anymore. In this scenario, somebody's not worried about it could be like maybe somebody's supposed to worry about how they look. The Empress can be beauty, things like that. Somebody's like, I'm not worried about that. The Empress can also be an older woman. Like, oh, you're supposed to worry about being too old or okay, so that worry is already gone. We got the lovers and then the two of pentacles. The Hierophant. Yeah, see, something's out of order already. Because if the Empress is supposed to come first, then you got the Lovers and the Hierophant. It's like the decision is supposed to be made solely based off of whether or not you're worried about being in this role or in this position or having this title. That's what it's supposed to be worried about. That is supposed to outweigh respect or loyalty. Um, yeah, there's the Seven of Swords again. With finesse. There's the Five of Pentacles and then the Chariot. Yes, it is out of order. Because this is what somebody's doing, and that goes against the grain. Somebody's not worried about being what's the best thing? I mean, the best example, I hate to keep going back to relationships, but it's like that's a good example because people do worry about that a lot. Um, like maybe it's a woman, she's supposed to worried about being married, or maybe you're too old to date, or and that's supposed to outweigh the level of respect that you have or the standards that you have. Like if I was worried like, oh, I'm 35 and I'm not married, then I would go marry the next dude, out on the street. It didn't matter if I was genuinely worried about that. So it's like that's what's supposed to come first before having any standards or regulations or like there is no worry about that or being a wife or being married or getting older or somebody's not worried about how they look. They're happy with how they look. Like that is supposed to completely I'm gonna show you because it's the way it looks is very specific. It's even if you didn't read tarot, you would be able to see it. So it's like if I could hold all the cards. Let's see. So this is supposed to come first. This title, being the Empress, being the wife, the mother, motherhood, getting older. That's the first thing somebody's supposed to worry about, period. It didn't matter what else is going on. Then this is what makes your decision. That outweighs Two of Pentacles, the respect that somebody has, the standards that they have, the things that they want for themselves. This could even be somebody's own spiritual belief systems for themselves, whatever this belief system is, this standard, this loyalty. It's a lot of people, it's a lot of women that'll stay in marriages and don't care about no cheating. They don't care about loyalty. They like, I'm the wife and he got 50 side pieces. Yeah, it's plenty of women that think like that, but I feel like in this case, somebody does not care about that. They're not worried about that. That's just not their worry. They don't care. Um, I feel like too, if somebody is choosing to be the style card, like, this is what somebody's doing instead. So with the style card, that's like moving forward. That's about caring about maybe your emotions in the moment. I feel like too, it's almost like this is the plan. Like somebody want you have to resist doing that. I don't know if you want to do this because you're upset or like you want to leave somebody out because they don't worry about this. They don't You're supposed to be worried about this. You're not going to do this, this, and this. You don't care about being a wife, a mom. Well, I'm going to do this to you. Or I don't, I mean, that's weird. I don't know. What is your role in these 8 cards? Let's see. Your role is spirituality. So there is a religious belief system here. I feel like that's so what is spirituality doing for you or has you doing or okay, knowledge. What do you know or what do you have knowledge about? You know the truth. Okay, the truth about what? I feel like somebody has to rebellion. Yeah, somebody doesn't care. Um, who is supposed to care about this? Courage. They're just not afraid. They're not. Now you could flip it. You could say somebody's supposed to be afraid of being you're supposed to be afraid you're a woman, you're the only woman here, or you're supposed to be afraid. They're like, that's okay. I could be the only woman working here, or I get along, I'm fine. Or so what does this person have the courage to do? I feel like too, something's not the only way something will work because we have finesse in the 7 of Pentacles and I mean I'm sorry, the 7 of Swords. I look at that as like an element of manipulation that's not working. So I feel like if somebody is trying to manipulate someone or something, it would only work if somebody was worried and they're not. What does this person have the courage to do? So they have the courage to be moved. They have the courage to say they regret something. So that goes hand in hand too. Like you're not if you're so worried about a title, you're going to keep that title no matter what. Somebody has the courage. They're like, "Look, I regret that. I didn't like that. That wasn't a good idea for me." Yeah, they don't the exact I mean, this is very specific. So somebody's like, I don't want to do that. I want to do something differently. I'm not worried about that. I don't even notice it. I don't care. I'm not looking at it. I don't need it. They're at peace with it. They don't, yeah. What's okay. What else is the outcome for the Scorpios? Yeah, self-love, healing, and respect. Yeah, that's the thing. Somebody is supposed to worry about if somebody is healing, having better standards for themselves. That's what this is. Okay. Oh my goodness, I forgot to write the timestamp. Jesus. What was oh Jesus, somebody gonna be mad. We just gonna say it started at 70. I don't know. Okay, Libra. Let's see. Oh, they hid that comment. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'll show it if you want it there. Who is this bot on Kick? What is It's a lot of different bots. Okay, maybe that means that my channel is being pushed out. You know, when you get the spam, that means you got more people watching you. So that's cool. All right, so Libra. Libra is up next. Let me unplug this. It's charged nice. So I don't want it overheating or nothing. Let's see here, Libras. I ain't got no car, y'all. My car is gone. They hit your comment too. My baby is in the shop all day. All right, let's see. What's the situation surrounding the Libras? Situation surrounding the Libras. Inspiration. Okay, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. It could be just literal inspiration, or again, y'all know I always say Aquarius is ruled the groups of people. All right, let's see. So, what role do you play here, Libra? Love. Okay, so you are doing something out of love for somebody. You could be romancing someone, but you're being nice, generous. You want to make sure that somebody else feels good. That is what you're doing. You want to make sure that somebody else is okay. So you're showing empathy, sympathy. All right. What is it about inspiration here? Okay, confidence. All right. Who pulled that? Capricorn. It was either Capricorn or Sagittarius. All right, but in this case, they're fine. They have enough money. They're fine on their own. Okay. What are you doing out of love for somebody? Okay, ambition. So you're literally working. You just working. You're like, okay, I'm gonna work and save this up and use it for blah blah blah. Okay. All right. What other energy should you be in here, Libras? Finesse. Okay, so you need a backup plan. You're going to need a backup plan because this is not working, or you need a plan for something in particular. What was your original planned outcome? What were you trying to get happen here? Trying to make happen? Okay, humor, literally maybe you're trying to make somebody happy. Maybe you thought that this would bring you happiness. What actually might occur? What's actually going to occur? Change. Okay, I'm also getting you may have thought something was just always going to be happy, funny. You could be intending on a group of people or family to come together. Literally, the situation will change. What do you need a plan for here? What causes this change? Or what's missing from your original plan? Oh, emotions. Okay, because you may not be considering your own emotions if you're just doing something out of love for another individual and you're trying to make them happy, literally. I'm also getting to if the end goal was for humor, right? Happiness, laughter, emotions shift, they change. Nobody's ever going to be, you're never going to be happy 24/7. I don't care what you do. I don't care how high you get, how much money you have, how good you look. You ain't never, is nobody that's happy every day, every second of the day. Never. Um, but I feel like what's missing from this scenario is the emotions. Now, Scorpio came out as emotion. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, they have to be part of the plan, or what is the situation change into? And who is this? Libra? Yeah, luck, the wheel of fortune. Something's just supposed to shift. I'm also getting this could be there's something out of your control. What is destined to occur? This could just be like the amount of time, the energy, the effort. Um, but if emotions were already missing from the goal at hand, if you're trying to make somebody happy, laugh, you're trying to make yourself happy, the emotions just weren't considered, or somebody could be in a scenario where they're not emotional. Like if you're doing something out of love for somebody, they're not emotional. They don't. that's not going to make them happy. All right, what's destined to occur here, Libra? Yeah, defiance. And what's the norm? Yeah, love. You may even run. I feel like too, somebody's not necessarily, the rule typically is like, okay, I did this for you. You should do this for me. If this is another person, they are not going to do it for you. I'm gonna clarify though. What's going to happen instead? Resistance. What is somebody resisting here? Okay, you got self-esteem and passion. At the end of the day, if you think like literally, if you're like, okay, well, the rule typically, if I did something I love for you, you would love me. They're not going to do that. If this is you, eventually you're like, okay, I don't feel like doing this no more. This could be you. So you need a backup plan. Let's get 8 cards. I'm not sure what the Aquarius even had to do with it, but yeah, I did Pisces first, back at 3 minutes. All right, so let's see. Let me get 8 cards for the Libras. I went backwards today. If y'all just now joining. Yeah, see, right out the gate, this is like the plan is blocked out. The 7 of Wands, the 7 of Cups. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Magician. This plan is already, I can see it's not going to work. You got the elements are here and there, it's not working. There you go, is the Justice. You did come out in the Sag reading, but I don't see Sag energy yet. Now, they were supposed to, if it is a Sag, excuse me, just because you came out in their reading, they're supposed to view something the same way. They are not supposed to change their viewpoint. They're not supposed to change what they're doing. They were supposed to, it was self-love came out. They're supposed to keep their focus or something like that, right? Um, but you are, at least your energy came out in your own reading. Yeah, you're working. You're working, but it is based on King of Wands and then the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I wouldn't do this. Something's causing you to do it. Now, Libra, you rule like, let's see. So what makes you do that? What are you doing as a justice real quick? Literally, you're working or you're trying to, okay, order. What did you put first? What has you doing this? Versatility. So you need to watch the Scorpio reading. You could be the person kind of energy where you're like, so in the Scorpio reading, just to give you a preview, if you don't feel like watching it real quick, but somebody in that reading was supposed to be worried about being like a mom or worried about being a wife, or maybe you have to worry about your mom, maybe you're putting your mother first or your wife, girlfriend, something, sister, whatever, or a certain title, and that's why you're doing this. So just basically that make sure that what you're doing is for a good reason or for why you actually want to do it. What is the King of Wands here? Because I feel like they can see something. What do they see? Because that's normally my truth card. Yeah, change. It changes. This shifts. Love changes, emotions change. They may even see that something's changing. What is the Ace of Pentacles? Yeah, sexuality and peace. Yeah, personality and innovation. Now, this person may literally view it as, I don't know if you're trying to manipulate something. Maybe somebody's telling you, like, yeah, you're being manipulated into doing that. You don't have to do that. Okay, what is the outcome here for the Libras? I feel like too, you are the first card where you're coming out in your own reading. So I feel like you need to focus something back onto yourself. Like if you're working, it's almost like you're working just for love. If you're doing a bunch of work at your job or something like that, like those people don't love you. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe your coworkers don't love you, your boss does not love you. They're not like, you're like, okay, let me put in these extra hours. They'll do this, this, and this for me. No, they're not. They are not. If y'all don't know that by now, I don't know what to tell you. Ain't nobody at work give a damn. And they do not give a damn. I'm telling you. Like if you doing anything to help somebody or something like that at work, your coworkers want to throw you under the bus. They don't care. Nobody cares at work. They don't. Or this person, I don't know if excuse me. I don't know if you're literally working to pay for somebody. Where did the inspiration and confidence come from? I don't know. But what's the outcome for the Libras? Courage, yeah, confidence again and vision and luck. All right. So I mean, yeah, that's how it's gonna go. Just make sure that what you're doing, you're doing it because you like it too. All right, that was Libra. They don't, child. My After my last job laid me off when I went to the ER, I said, "Oh, I'm never going back to work." I said, I gotta learn something I could do on my own. That's why I learned day trading. I said, nope. I was working so many hours and they laid me off. I was working like 60-hour weeks. I was doing work for people, helping people. I took up for the person that got me laid off. They was trying to get rid of him. Hell no, I would never. And if I do have to work a job again, I don't give a fuck about nobody at that job. All right, Libras. I'm not your friend ever. I don't care what the job is. I don't care how nice the person is. Oh, that was Libra. Wait, my bad. I have the timestamp this time. I have the timestamp. Let me look. Let me write this. All right, Virgos. Yeah, it was bad. I remember I had to do a work trip and we was gone for 3 weeks. And my manager, she was pregnant. She got sick and went in the hospital. So we had to do all this work. And like I was in charge because I was the next person up. That bitch got out the hospital, redid my whole project all over again. Because she didn't want to give me any credit. Let me tell you, that hoe. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I will never. You couldn't pay me to go back to corporate. That shit is hell. Them people are terrible people. All right, let's see. Sorry if anybody watches and you work in corporate, no shade. I was there for a long time. All right, let's see. Virgo is next. What's the energy surrounding the Virgos? Situation for the Virgos. Okay, resistance is the center. What are we resisting? Okay, a fight. This could be literally a fight, a conflict, distractions, things like that. I actually been teaching my daughter that I'm like, there's not really many fights or arguments that are really worth it in the grand scheme. I had to tell her that story because this dude I went to elementary school with, he killed somebody over the weekend just because he was holding up the line in the garage. He got out and shot the man in the head. Now he in jail for the rest of his life, 36 years old. So you said National Walk Off Day. That's what people should do. That is exactly what people should do. Yeah, fuck that company. When I really get my bread up, don't let me really have a platform. I'ma go on their ass. I'm telling all their business. All right, what's your role here, Virgos? All right, resisting a fight, conflict, distraction. What role do you play, Virgo? Potential. So Scorpio was mad about you. So Scorpio is sad about you. All right, what energy should you be in here, Virgos? Let's see. You should be in self-love. What should you do out of self-love? It says fluidity. What should you do out of self-love for you? Okay, angel. I get Virgo and Sagittarius together a lot. A Sagittarius does not trust something, so a plan is not going to work. What is a Sagittarius? Out of self-love, you should do what with Sagittarius energy. Now, if you don't know a Sag, you could travel. Maybe you could teach yourself how to do something. You don't need somebody else to teach you, show you. You'd be able to teach yourself or learn it yourself. Like maybe researching it, maybe finding it on YouTube, things like that. Like for me, I noticed that with day trading, the I went and researched it myself, and I have the best strategy out of all the other, oh, pay me for this Discord or pay me to trade with me. When I trade by myself, I make the more money. So it's something where you can teach yourself okay, so what about the Sagittarius energy? All right, luck. Okay. All right, we'll get the cards. Let's see. And then there's a resistance of a fight or a distraction. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards. I am a Sag, so maybe it's just this message. I don't know. You said you left the Virgo boo. I got a Virgo boo too. That is my boo. He left me though. He was mad at me. It's all good. All right, what's the eight? Let's see. What's 8 cards here? But what should you do out of self-love is Sagittarius? You could also have a Sag placement. So say like you're a Virgo with a Sag moon. It would be good for you to keep something to yourself, private, stay in the house for a little bit. If you're a Sag rising, it would be good for you to go out in public, introduce yourself, put yourself out there. But let's see. So 8 cards. What should you do out of self-love for yourself, Virgos? I always see Virgo and Sag together a lot. Let's see. Ace of Cups, the Tower. So something shocking. The Ten of Pentacles. There's something unexpected. Okay, so it's like a new perspective. Your perspective is gonna completely shift. So we'll see. All right, you got the Two of Cups, the Devil card, the Chariot, and then the Eight of Swords. Now, Capricorn and Cancer are opposites. Here's the perspective. So something is gonna blow somebody's mind or change the way that they think here. Okay. With the Tower, what is the norm? Okay, mood. Okay. What's actually going to occur? Okay, hustle. Capricorn did have this. So there's not you're going to be shocked or you expect some sort of loss, but there's a lot of abundance here. You're going to be able to make money. Maybe you and a Sag could work together. Because if that's what you're supposed to do, maybe you work really well with a Sagittarius. Y'all can make money together. You're not going to lose anything. You expect something to be a regret or a loss, but what's actually going to happen it's abundance. There's a lot of opportunities. Now again, Sagittarius rules travel. If you don't know a Sag, maybe you're like, oh, I shouldn't travel there. I shouldn't move there. That might be a good idea for you to do that. There's a lot of opportunities there. Um or maybe like because Sag rules like somebody foreign to you, right? Like a foreign energy. You're like, I don't trust that race or I don't trust going to that location. It would be a lot of opportunities there. So it's like unexpected. This could even be unexpected money. Like you're like, man, I'm gonna lose that money, or but you're not. What's the devil card real quick here? Oh, you was engaged, girl. I don't. All right, leadership. What's the chariot? Okay, mystery. So what's hidden or what might you be confused about? It's like one person knows how to do something, the other person's trying to figure it out. Okay, there could be a confusion about love. That's interesting. So maybe like say there's a person that you want to work with, be friends with or something like that because if it's self-love, that would make you feel comfortable. You maybe you think you'll regret working with that person, being around that person, but you'll be comfortable doing it. There could be a scenario too where like out of love for somebody else, they're like, "No, I don't want you to work with that Sag. Don't go travel. Don't go move somewhere foreign." So out of love for that person, you won't do it. What would you be doing out of love? Yeah, dominance. What would you dominate what? So I mean, yeah, work with a Sagittarius, I guess. I don't know what they're going to do. All right, dominance and spirituality. Maybe you want to control, maybe you don't want that Sag to be a reader or spiritual, or I don't, I don't know. All right, ambition. Let's see what else. What's the benefit here? What's the Sag's energy? Maybe they gave you advice or something. What's the Sag's energy here? Strength. Okay, what is their strength in this scenario? Resistance. Okay, maybe they're able to resist, maybe they're resisting the distractions because we mentioned that in Sagittarius's reading that they have to be focused. They're going to remain focused. They're not going to change their perspective, but what else are they resist? Their strength is to resist. So they're able to resist something. So if it's dating, they're not going to cheat. If it's a business partnership, they're able to save money. If it's about anything else, I feel like the person is able to like resist certain temptations. What else are they able to resist? Rebellion. Yeah. So whatever, they're not going to sit there and break rules or whatever. They're able to resist something that other people are not. What is the rule here, and then what would be the rebellion? Yeah, change. What would be? Okay, yeah, they're fine. I don't. There's nothing that they need to. They're able to resist. That's the best way I could put it. Right. That's their strength. Um, Like for me, I could smoke all day and then just stop, or I could go out for drinks and I don't drink for weeks. Like it could be something like that. If it's like a relationship, I people never believe me when I say this, but I've never cheated in a relationship, but people would never believe me. So it could be something like that, or if it's like I said, if it's a business partnership, they're like, okay, well, we don't have to spend money on this, that, and the third. We're not going to overspend. So yeah, that's your advice. What's the outcome? I guess if you take this advice, work with this person, travel. All right, courage, transition, and personality. Okay. So maybe I'm assuming that it will help you be your own self. All right, what part of your personality will you be able to show, Virgos? Oh, finesse and strength. You're trying to maybe you're trying to do what they're doing or something. I don't know. But all right, well, that's your reading. That was pretty simple. What else is the outcome here? Shout out to Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, something new, the Fool. All right. Okay, that was your reading, Virgos. That is your reading. Because with Virgo, I feel like they try to resist something that and they can't. And I feel like the Sag can. So it's like if you're going out with your friend or something, bring the Sag or some shit like that. Because they can resist something that you can't, or they can help you with that or something like that. Maybe they resist. Like sometimes the distraction could be bad food, drinking, stuff like that. All right, Leo. Leos are next. You said I did it till I learned better. Now I just leave. That I think that's why I never cheated because I always felt like if I wanted somebody else that bad, then I'm gonna be on to the next person. Like even me, like when I'm single and I have like a roster, I always have a favorite person, and I don't like the other people. So I don't know why I can't. It's just me. That's just how I'm programmed. I guess I just can't. If it's a favorite, I don't give a damn about the other ones. All right, let's see. Leo. Leo. They don't be believing me though. Then they be mad when I do leave. All right, Leo is next. What's the energy surrounding my Leos? All right, potential. I think Virgo had potential. All right, so you may be dealing with a Virgo, but the potential to become something. What does this have the potential to become? Excuse me, sexuality and guidance. Okay, so it's like I guess a group of people being guided by like a couple. This could be like, marriage and children, like this couple has children together, something like that. But this could be like a relationship or these two people partner up, they can partner up together and teach people or. All right, so what role do you play here, Leos? Let's see. What role do you play, Leos? Okay, so this reading is about you, potential. You're in the same boat as a Virgo, or this reading is about you, basically. So, what other energy do you need to be in? Okay, wow, damn. Yeah, sexuality. I pulled it twice. So, okay, so you have the potential to make a good decision. I feel like you have somebody that you can work with really well. If you know a Gemini, sexuality could be the Gemini card. So if this is a partnership, who would you be partnering with or feel that's what it looks like to me. Okay, you got fluidity and dominance. Let me get one more. Controlling what? Okay, personality. All right, so your reading is all about you, Leo. You have the potential to do something, but it looks like you need to partner with somebody. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, the Five of Wands. All right, so we starting out the gate with like a conflict, a fight, conflicting energies, the Magician. Uh-oh, what is this? The Seven of Swords. Okay, literally creating a distraction. That's literally what I'm getting. Okay, Seven of Swords, King of Swords. You got the Nine of Wands. Uh-oh. What is this? Knight of Cups, King of Cups, and then the Ten of Swords. So if you're potential in sexuality and there's guidance, I feel like somebody would actually follow after your lead or you and another person if you partner up with somebody. And I'm saying that just because it's two people in this card. If you have children, your children are paying attention to you and your partner. If you don't have like they are paying attention to that. You need to know that. But somebody's like creating a distraction with the intention to offend somebody. Somebody's going to create an argument, a fight with the intention on creating on offending somebody. I'm also getting to if we're comparing two people, one person knows how to do something, the other person doesn't know how to do it at all. Or they're missing one person has all the tools to do something, the other person does not have the other element. So like if this is you, You may need a partner. It's like you may have a good plan, but it's not working and you need to partner up with somebody else. But let's see. What is the 5 of Wands about? What's the conflict? Okay, order. What is the magician able to create? What is the magician able to do? The magician is able to be at peace. So they don't, oh, distraction. This person is able to do something or create peace, or somebody's able to create something where you do not notice something going on. Am I saying that correctly? They're able to create peace. They're able to, Sagittarius came out as peace. So somebody's able to not think about something. Or I can get you to not notice this. Don't notice that. Be at peace with blah, blah, blah. What is somebody able to be at peace with, or what do they not notice? Style. So that was the Sagittarius. They came out as that. They were peace and style. They were fine. Somebody's it looks like people are listening to a Cancer. They're listening to how this Cancer makes money, or they're focusing on this Cancer here. See, this is the thing. Okay. How do I want to explain this? This person is being guided to like make money. They're like, okay, bet. But remember, we mentioned that, damn, what reading was that? It was Scorpio. In the Scorpio reading, the only way something will work is if this person was worried, right? If the Empress was worried, or if somebody was worried about being the Empress, they have to focus on a worry or a distraction or being nervous. This person, they don't focus on that. So they're able to guide and make more money off of a scenario. They're able to make more or become more abundant. What is the Seven of Swords doing? What is the Seven of Swords intending on? Because it's like that plan is not working. They're intending on somebody being in, oh yeah, I said that, insecure or offended. That is the intention. You can't offend somebody if they don't care about something. You can't upset somebody if they don't care about it. You cannot make somebody feel insecure if they don't care about the situation at hand. What is supposed to make this person feel insecure or offended? What they see, but it's a distraction if you're not looking at it. So somebody's supposed to see something and get offended, but they don't even see it. I'm going to show you. So like if this person's supposed to be offended, they're looking forward or they're focused on something else. It's like somebody's like, "Hey, do you see this?" I get offended, but they don't even see it. What is the person supposed to see or observe that's supposed to make them offended? Courage and versatility. That's the whole thing. It's like something boils down to the Empress, or something boils down back to that. And it's like I'm not watching that, or I don't care about that, or and that's supposed to make somebody feel insecure. What is the distraction about? Like what is somebody supposed to put first? I don't really, yeah, luck, humor, and rebellion. This is kind of an odd reading. What is somebody focused on? Because they don't care, or like they're like, I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, respect. This goes back to the Scorpio reading. So watch the Scorpio reading. This person is more concerned about whether or not you respect me, respect my boundaries, or I have a certain level of standards. Um, Like if this is you, Leo, because your advice was to do the potential and sexuality, so that means that you already have a set standard, rules, regulations, or you have like the resources to go do something. Go ahead and do it. That's fine. And then it's like there's another person they're supposed to feel insecure about the whole empress title, motherhood, wife, or just a title, whatever title, but they don't care. Um, Interesting reading. All right, so we're gonna see what's the outcome for the Leos. Okay, pride. What will you have too much pride to do here? Leadership. Either you don't want to listen to leadership. Okay, there's intuition. And then Sagittarius. So maybe you don't want to listen to the Sagittarius, or you don't want to. All right, what are you going to do out of pride or ego instead? Yeah, you're going to do what you want to do. The strength card. You're the strength card. Okay. What is intuition telling this person? Oops. What is intuition telling this individual? Yeah, healing distractions. You might be getting distracted by, okay, but if you're pride, that means you're being healed, you're not distracted. What are you doing as the strength card? Because it's almost like you're not going to listen to anything I just said or something. Let's see. Yeah, hustle. That's what you're supposed to do. All right, hustle and rebellion. All right. You're fine. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing to be distracted by or something supposed to offend you or something like that. All right. That was Leo. We're going to do Cancer next. Cancer is next. I'm putting some lip gloss. Been talking for a long time. I'm getting hungry. Hopefully it don't rain. It look cloudy. I need to check the weather. Okay. Cancer. What is the scenario surrounding the cancers? Potential. So Leo or Virgo. Okay, what role do you play? I keep pulling potential now. So this could be messages, things you see on your phone, emails, but could be a Leo or a Virgo had that as well. What role do you play here? Cancer. Resistance. Okay, what are you resisting? Love. Okay, so you're like, I'm not going to do that out of love for you. Now, Libra came out as love, so you could be resisting a Libra, but okay, what other energy should you be in, Cancers? So you're resisting doing something for someone, yourself. Be yourself. Focus on yourself. What would you want to do as yourself? Maybe you want to love somebody, I don't know, but what do you want to do just as yourself without, okay, hustle. So you want to make money. All right, looks like you want to work with someone. Okay, leadership. So you may have somebody that you could that like a mentor, you want to work with this person, or maybe you want to invest in your own business. That's what you want to do. That looks like that's the best option that's what you would do. Yeah, dominance and self-love. Okay. What does somebody want you to do out of love here? Oh, potential. So that I'm gonna put that back just because I already pulled it. So what is this? Maybe I'm gonna keep it a buck. Maybe somebody's like, I want you to see my potential, and you already know somebody that you could work with, be with, date. Somebody may want you to see the potential in something. Um, hey man, y'all already know you ain't supposed to be doing that. All right. What is somebody saying they have the potential to do? Because I'm assuming they don't. Yeah, superstition and pride. Somebody may even be embarrassed. All right, let's see. I wouldn't go off of somebody's potential. I would go with like you can see evidence that somebody has already done something, worked on something, completed it. Let's get 8 cards here. All right, 10 of Wands and Page of Wands. So somebody's okay, the Wheel of Fortune. So somebody's like, hey, this is going to happen. I've studied this or I've handled this. I've already done this on my own. So this could be the leader. They've already completed something. All right, you got the Wheel of Fortune and then you got the World card. Somebody's like this situation here, this fortune here, this outweighs if this is a person, there could be a Gemini. So somebody's like, this outweighs this decision. Do this. This is a more important decision than this. With the Wheel of Fortune, somebody's like, remember how fortunate you are. Remember that this is going to happen later. Prepare for this at a later date. This right here outweighs this scenario. Let's see what this is. What is that? Personality. That's why your advice is Cancer. That somebody's like, no, what you want to do, your own identity, what you want to have, that outweighs what's this? Self-love, confidence, and defiance. What part of personality here? This is like where you're born, what you're born with, or interesting mood. So somebody's like, if you don't like something, if you don't enjoy it, that outweighs trying to stay comfortable in a scenario. What might you not like up here? What's the regret? Or they could even be like, you don't want to get to the end of something and end up regretting it. I know you Cancer, you don't like that, you don't enjoy that. You need to pay attention to that. What might you not enjoy or like? You got knowledge and courage. I feel like, yeah, and resilience. You already know. It's almost like this person already knows, like, look, I went through this, I experienced this, I was able to handle this, that, and the third. That's more important. You need to make sure that you can control your emotions, but make sure that you know, like, okay, I regretted that. I didn't like that. So you don't go back to doing the same thing again. What is your energy in these 8 cards? And I'm going to see what ends with the world. Okay, peace. What are you at peace with? What don't you notice? Passion and order. So this could be a thing where if we're taught, I mean, maybe they're like, these are my desires, or if it's a relationship, maybe somebody's like, okay, like sex comes first, but if it's desires, I feel like your personality or what you need is you need finances or money. You want to care about money as well. Like you need a mixture, you need the resource for your passion. What might end with the world card? What comes to an end with the world card? Okay, pride. Too much pride to do what? Leo had pride. Yeah, personality to be yourself. So it's like you're going to realize that you just want to be you. You want to show off who you are. This is who I am. Don't feel like, like you're too cool for school or some shit like that, I guess. Okay. What's the outcome for you Cancers? That's kind of a weird reading. I don't know, but what's the outcome for you Cancers? Let's see. Sagittarius creating. What are they creating? Inspiration. So there's something with some Aquarius energy, or they could be inspiring you to figure something out. What is the outcome for you, Cancers? Intuition. What did this okay. Well, I guess that's the reading, but what did the Sag create here? The moon. You are a Cancer. Okay, well, at the end of the day, this is what you're going to see is that you have all the tools, or somebody's able to do something, they're able to create it, finish it. All right. Okay. Taurus. Oh, I forgot about Gemini. I was about to skip Gemini. Gemini. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still here. But if I get a phone call, I might have to restart it. Because I definitely missed. I was getting my car service. I completely missed the phone call. I wasn't even thinking about it. Because you know how they call and always want to add. They always want to add something. They can't never just do the car. They gotta add 50 things to it. So hopefully, if they do call, it might cut out the sound. I might have to restart the video anyway, but all right, so we did Cancer. We're gonna do Gemini. I completely forgot to answer the call. Hopefully they just did the other stuff. And I'm gonna see, they always I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna do Gemini, Taurus, and Aries in a separate video just in case I get that phone call. I'll be right back, y'all.